For centuries, there's been one dominant story about India's medieval past. But is that all there is to it?
All right, let's start with the story we all think we know, one of religious conflict and conquest.
And a lot of this story, well, it was shaped by British colonial historians back in the 19th century.
They painted it as a dark age, one that British rule conveniently came in to fix.
But what if that story's missing the bigger picture? Let's start questioning it. Historian Richard Eaton poses a great question. Why do we label these events the way we do? I mean, people at the time rarely used religion to describe the invaders. They called them Turks. This whole religious framing became a political tool used to justify British rule and even partition. Okay, so if religion wasn't the main driver, what was? Eaton suggests a new framework, looking at this period on its own terms, not just through religion. He sees it as a story of two massive cultural worlds interacting and even merging over time. All right, so what exactly were these two cultural worlds? Let's break them down. First up, you have the Sanskrit Cosmopolis. This was the bedrock of Indian culture for centuries. And then, coming into the mix was the influential Persianate culture spreading from Central Asia. This model wasn't about religion. It was about power, justice, and art. Rulers found it very appealing. And nothing shows the difference between these two worlds better than a tale of two raids. They happened just 3 years apart. On the surface, they look similar, but their motives were worlds apart. So one was about political power inside an Indian system. The other, purely about cash to fund other wars. And when we say cash, we mean it. That's how much silver Mahmud grabbed in just one early raid. But here's the twist. The story of Mahmud's raid was basically forgotten until the British revived it. So why does any of this matter? Why shift from clash of religions to interacting cultures? Because it moves us past simple good guy, bad guy stories. We see a much richer, more dynamic history. And it leaves us with a big question. How do the stories we tell about the past define who we are today?